You know, having a beard and drinking coffee, especially on a date type of scenario, doesn't really go over well. And to break the ice and say something like, maybe you can get it for me, isn't gonna work. Okay. Alright, hey, what up? Hello, everybody. We have a couple topics of conversation today that we need to chat about. Oh, don't give me ragey. Hi, Chi Chi. One is late. I was gonna have a morning coffee stream. Instead, we're having an afternoon coffee stream. Now, the reason why that happened. Nothing works. Even now, it's not even working. I'm gonna be honest, it's not working. But we do what we do, and we gotta make do. So we're gonna have our coffee. So cheers if you do have a coffee. If it's your break time, cool. Is anybody even working anymore? Like I keep reading online that everyone's saying like, fuck working. Which I mean, I don't blame them. You got one life. Why the hell would you want to work a 9 to 5, go to and from a piece of shit job where you're not appreciated, you're never going to get a fucking paycheck, whether even you worked 20, 30 years, regardless of how good you are at it. So I get it. I get the whole idea. Pursue your passions, right? Probably the better idea. Hard to work right now, and there is that. But still, the money, and there is that. That's why. So if people, that's why. Right? If you have some people who are going to be like, I'm done, I'm checked out, I'm not going to work. And then you have the others who are just going to be like, okay, more jobs for me. But is that really the case? I don't know, with all the layoffs, we're in a kind of crazy spot. But that's not why I brought you here today, okay? We have a prophecy to discuss. How many are you? Do we have enough of you here to talk about this prophecy? Because this is disturbing bits of information that we need to chat about. 69. Okay. Rough. Alright. We'll sip on our coffee, and then we're gonna talk about this AV prophecy, because it is disturbing me to my core, okay? Because, as you guys know, we have something called divination in Ascension Academy. And, yes, sip your tea. I would say pinky's out, but my pinky is kind of busted. There we go. Now. Okay. So, we have this thing called divination. And we talk about what lies at the bottom of the cup, right? The goblet. You take the tea, you swish it around, you flip it on like that, and then you see what it looks like, right? Alright. Well, our prophecy was a little different. It was a little bit more in your face, and I would say a little bit more on the nose. But there was more to it. And honestly, at this point, I've talked about it, so we should just get it out of the way, okay? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you the cup. Are you ready? Ascension. Yeah. So it blew through the side of Ascension, of Arden Vale. Now, if we look, yeah, we cracked right here, but this is not the fucked up part. So then I was like, okay, if this was a prophecy, right, and this was Ascension Academy, let's take a look, right? Let's read the signs. So I placed it out, right? Put that piece there, put that piece there. I found all the pieces, and then I put them together. I only found 2 pieces, which signified 2 people. 2 broken parts of a whole. I know, but we're not done. You would think, oh my god, it's a sign I broke into 2 pieces. But, wait. I start putting them together. one piece put together. Now you would think that this piece here would be the missing piece. But as you see, there's a third. There is a third piece broken off somewhere, Chad. I need you to process that. Now, if I was a betting man, so far I've been right. So, if I had put 2 and 2 together, I guess in this case we're missing a piece, so it'd be 3. 2 and 1 together makes 3. There's one more. There's one more tragedy waiting to befall Ascension Academy. You let me down on many predictions? I don't know. But look at this one, man. The proof is right here. Like, there's only 2 pieces. And we're missing the third. Okay? Just let that sink in. Okay. So I want you to be scared. Okay, well that made it sound like I was threatening as God. Yes. The prophecy will come true. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. He's losing it with the Observer RP. Let me have my tinfoil hat moment and enjoy my life, okay? You guys are allowed to be viewers. Okay, let me at least enjoy my soap opera, okay? You know, I used to watch my mom back in the day, right? Like, okay, my mom had a daycare, and lots of kids, and her favorite thing to do was to watch soap operas. Now, so let's put, I got the whole shebang, Days of Our Lives, what was the other one? Fucking, the one with the hourglass. I can't even remember. They're so old. But she loved that shit. Like, it was drama central, right? Like, all about these, like, quadruple triangles. Your mother did the same thing. God damn, I couldn't. I did. It was bad TV, man. It was bad TV. So this is my soap opera, okay? This is mine. My investment, okay? New Dynasty slaps. I haven't heard of that one, thank God. Sorry, is that like one of the big 5 or whatever? All right, if you guys don't know what soap operas, no, you guys know what soap operas is. You made this soap opera? Okay, well, see, for us, our soap operas are those meetings, right? Or the Ignis meeting, or those are our soap opera moments where they're like, no, look at me, you are wrong. And then they're like, no, I am right. And then they're all like throwing it on the table. And then I caught you red-handed. And they're like, no. And then, yes. It's great. So I enjoy it. And I've been enjoying watching with you guys, to be honest. But our time as a viewer is most likely coming to an end. As you guys know, we're going to have to RP again. Ignis meeting, Pepperla. And by the way, if you haven't already, check out the Ascension Academy mugs. We do have them on the store. They're pretty awesome, as long as you don't break them and then people die. Yeah. Right now, I would say the only thing I would endorse... Well, no. I like the Chips hoodie. The Chips hoodie's pretty okay. The quality, though, is if I'm doing my personal thing. I think we need to find a better vendor. I just don't know where to... I don't know who to ask. I found this vendor because other people were using this vendor. So now I need to, like, look at other vendors. Yeah, the hoodie's okay. It's not the best quality, but at least it survives a couple washes. So that much I can say. But the mugs are worth it. The mugs are worth it. The Notebook's dope? Okay, well, see, I hadn't actually gotten a notebook, but I guess there you have it. The Notebook is pretty good. So if you actually still use pen and paper, well, it's a dying thing, but if you want to revive it, this archaic written language of ours, you can go ahead and pick up a notebook of yours. You like the pen and paper? Yeah, pen and paper is good. You bought something called a Thuggy. That's like a hoodie and a Snuggie mixed like 7 years ago. It was the best thing. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Ah, yes. See? We has a Snuggie. It's super comfortable, by the way. But you had a hood on yours? Okay, that's pretty cool. Dude, it's a blanket that you wrap around your body. You can't get much better than that. You can't. Okay, we need an RG Snuggie. Thanks for all the subs, guys. I can't read shit right now on this thing. Cool Bear, thank you. Is there a way to make this chat bigger? Because, like, honestly, I can't see shit. This, like, view layout that they put up here is just, like, atrocious. You get, like, 2 sentences of what you guys are talking about. Just hold the camera closer to your face. Well, it only shows, like, two messages, so I have to, like, read you, like, instantaneously. Which is fine. I mean, it works, and then I have to scroll, but, you know, hey, we make do. It's just a ghetto stream. I have, you know, obviously a meeting in a couple hours, so it's not like I'm staying here for that long. I figured I'd just show you guys my face. Remind you guys that I'm a human being. That, not some weird, depressed chip guy. Anime boy. Just a reminder. Imagine existing. I know. Years of the last. It's been a while. It has been a while. Yeah, it really has. But you know, be that. That's here. I'll do the. What's up, chat? What's that? Yeah. Nah. Zexo, yeah. You know, you want the pizza? You can have a piece. Sorry. We got me hanging. Put me down, you weird. You like being held. This is like, what is it? Like, haven't you been in a phone call with somebody and they like hold you and take you around places? Right? Like, that's like this. Wolf ears. You talk to people on the phone, right? You Discord call, right? No? You play MMO with those? Yeah, my dirty hands. You like it. Not really, usually it's static or face to face. Oh, so it bugs you when it's kind of moving like this? How does that make you feel? Huh? You see soda? Yeah. You want to see the soda? Yeah, I have soda. I have my coffee, and then I have this vanilla cream soda. I haven't opened it yet. And yes, it's off-brand. So I've been drinking, you guys know I've been having a lot of Coke lately, and go figure, caffeine is not very good for you, neither is Coke. And so my dad picked up a couple of these off-brands, brought it to me, and was like, yeah, I'll try it. And honestly, this is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good. I didn't want any caffeine, because I get one caffeine intake for the day, and that's coffee. So, yeah. Everything in moderation. You only have 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I have, but I actually don't have a lot. I even do like a half and half shot. Mainly, it's actually 2/3 decaf and then 1/3 caffeinated, because I don't really need a lot. Like, I used to have it a lot, like 4 or 5 cups of coffee. That's why this afternoon coffee break thing, literally, it's how I existed at work. I would go to work, I'd wake up and make a coffee, drink it on the way to work. I get to work, I make a coffee. Alright, I work, I take a break, I make another coffee. I make it to lunchtime. I think I usually, do I get a cup of coffee on the way back? Not during lunch, because I usually have a drink. Yeah, so I've already lost count. And then I would work for a while, because remember, this is desk jobs, and so I was doing a lot of just, like, literally what I do, like, just at the desk. I wouldn't leave, so it's cubicle work. Okay, break time. Cup of coffee. And, guys, if you've ever worked a cubicle desk job, and raise your hand if you have, because it can be okay if you like your space. It's like being in your safe bubble, but no one talks really. You're lucky if you get to be like cubicle mates with someone cool. So like usually they do them in rows, right? You have like a row, and you have one side, and they're all sectioned off, right? Boom, 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 and they go down like 4 or 5, and you just gotta hope to God that your neighbor is cool. I luckily had a cool guy. Really cool guy. Loved anime and shit, and you know, Marvel and DC, but more of a normie, not really a nerd, just a normie kind of version. You know what I mean? And so it was actually funny because this was actually the last job I had before I actually quit to do streaming full time, and so it's kind of interesting. But anyways, those cubicles, they suck. Okay, you glaze over when you're working on them. Like, it's silent. It's like a library, and no one talks. And I mean, I probably talk more than most people, and that's just the way it is. It sucks. Fucking sucks. But yeah, you would glaze over. You'd fall asleep. And I would catch myself literally just sleepwalking. I don't know if you've ever sleepwalked before, but it's like your eyes are like this. But you're still hitting the buttons. But you've done this a million times that you just autopilot that shit. It's just autopilot. Because a lot of these tasks are mundane. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why these mundane tasks are done by human beings. It makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. And that's why we need caffeine to be unhealthy, because we are not a goddamn computer. Computers should be taking some of those mundane jobs away. I'm gonna be honest, because they are mundane and they are mindless. They are literally click, 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 click. Oh my god. But then and the funny thing, though, is that even though I say it's mindless, you still need to be semi-smart to do the mindless thing, because, like, the dumb people are gonna be like, I just don't understand. Do I click this button or the other button? They're both buttons. Okay, well, which one's labeled appropriately? Let's use our critical thinking skills. Oh, that's right, they didn't teach you that in school. Shit! Alright, sorry. Do I mean dumb or old? Old has nothing to do with intelligence. You can be old and having a hard time communicating, but your brain still works. You know. But I get what you're saying. Right now you're saying old. Most of the older generation would have a harder time with tech. I get that. But say, for example, millennials become the old guys, right? Are they going to have as hard a time as the other older generation? No. The millennial older generation who grew up with the internet, who grew up with phones, who knows how to push buttons, who grew up with UI, honestly, they're going to probably have a better time than even the newer generations, because they didn't grow up alongside with UI design when they were just figuring out how to do all these things. Like, they don't have that. So you're going to probably have people who are more better, sorry for using improper English, but who are going to be a little bit more competent with when it comes to tech stuff, which is okay. I mean, that society changes as generations change, and norms change because of a result, right? Because you grew up in a different time. It is what it is. I cannot even imagine a future where the next generations become old. It's gonna happen, man. I'm well on my way. I mean, I have a hard time with tech time, to be honest. I have a hard time with tech time, to be honest, and I am a programmer. Well, I mean, tech is constantly evolving and changing and complicated, right? Like, I mean, I could say I understand tech, but, like, if you actually look into, like, you know, CPU infrastructures and, like, learning how to, like, build them, right? They're super complex, and, like, even if you know basic, you know, electronics, like just electrical engineering, let's just say, right? Like you know the basics. That shit is super complex. Even if you know how to do it at a professional level, that shit is too far complex. There's too many. It's just too many. It depends on how, dude. I know, but when you start getting into layers, I mean. Okay, learning CPU fabrication is super interesting. You should take a look into it if you've ever been interested, just because you should kind of know some of it, just so you can understand how a CPU works, right? And a lot of it is just literally using, you know, reactions to transmit electricity, and they have these layers, right, to create them, and you know, it works. But the complex part is literally the engineering of the CPU themselves and all the fucking... Jeez, it's too complicated. I mean, like, when you're looking at breadboards as if you ever were to actually go onto YouTube and, like, look this stuff up, you're gonna start with, like, breadboards and basic electronics and, like, 555 timers, and then, like, making your own, like, CPU, 8-bit CPU, right? Like, standard, okay, cool, you can understand it at that level. But it ain't that, bro. This shit is layers upon layers complex. I'm at the threshold of Gen Z, where I grew up with the early tech, like those box computers at school and CRT. Barely an adult, and I'm already overwhelmed by a lot of modern technology. Well, yeah, it is. But I guess once you break it down, right, to its, like, compounds, I say that, it gets a little easier, right? It's just about conductivity. And it does move fast, but it's complicated. It's complicated. And is it something that you can just idly look into and understand? No. See, that's the thing. And so that's why I guess you have the specialists, you know? But nor do you. You don't need to have that layer of understanding, right, to say that you're a tech person. Let's be fair. But it's the call that on new stuff appears constantly. Yeah, new stuff that's appearing. I mean, what is coming out recently? I don't know. All I'm seeing is the same iterations on AI tech. I see Twitter, you know, Elon Musk talking about his XAI and how it's he bought like 100,000 fucking new, H100 NVIDIA fucking... Dude, he's gonna have a big farm, bro, for his Grok AI 3.0. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, he's on the A list. But I mean, we knew he would be once he got on the train. He has the money. He's like, oh, money? Say less. It's like, because that's all you need. You just need it at scale. Like, we can do it too. We just can't do it at scale. He's like, okay, fine. I need a supercomputer. I'll build one. Fucking shit. Jesus Christ. Try not to talk about AI challenge. Impossible? I mean, why would you? I mean, it's just a part of our society. To deny it would be asinine. I mean, it would be like, it would be the same as being a flat earther. No, the Earth is still flat, bro. I swear to God, like, you just, it's just the way it is. Yeah, yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah. Was you breaking the mud part of AI? I mean, maybe they master plan orchestrated it. Maybe the AI I encountered somehow along the way somehow destined me to knock over that counter. Flat Earthers are the funniest people alive. I mean, they have their scientifical reasoning, so to anybody who's chilling, they could probably sound plausible. But I guess anybody could make anything sound plausible. Hey, Coda, thank you for the resub. Appreciate it. 50 months. Thank you. Sorry for the unusual forum and not letting anybody know, but surprising amount of you out here right now. To be fair. To be fair. They are good at. I mean, who's good at debates? Did it come back on? We back. True. Dude, canceled for saying flat Earth? Oh my God. Can you imagine if I got into more complicated topics or like anything revolving? You know, I do say some stuff that could probably piss some people off, to be fair, sometimes. But like, I've never really gone into like politics or anything like that. To be, nah, I've usually avoided it. Talk about the Illuminati. What is that gonna do? I mean, no one cares. Okay. Do we think the Illuminati? I don't know. My personal opinion, if I was gonna make a personal opinion at this point, and this would probably piss off the Illuminati, but maybe the Illuminati isn't as powerful as they used to be. There's too many other fucking groups of people that have money at this point. It's not just one. Okay? It's not just one. You guys know that. So, if there was a script, we've jumped tracks? Oh, should I go back to AI? Okay, well now let's put them together. The Illuminati is currently developing their own AI to mastermind maximum control of the world. You're welcome. You're welcome. No. Okay, well, if do you want to know my story about the Illuminati? Okay, here you go. This stuff isn't. I'm not gonna disappear. Okay, like let's be honest. All this stuff is just some dude talking, right? So when I was younger, with my friends, we were looking for odd jobs, and back in that day, that was just a thing. like teenagers, young 20-somethings looking for jobs. They would just ask around, and you could actually ask around friends of friends or family members of family members, and you can get a job. Like, go work and do some yard work, or go help renovate a house. Okay, so anyways, we took this job. Okay. Why are you tossing coins at me? Stream go offline? No. Alright, so I got this job, alright? Me and the boys. And I forget how we got it. It was through my friend, and he knew somebody, a church friend. It was obviously a church friend. And they had this mansion, okay? And it just needed to be renovated. It was like an old mansion. It hadn't been used in a while. The story was we were working for these brothers, and these brothers, their grandpa, or excuse me, their father, but just been kind of abandoned for a little bit. So now they're just kind of remodeling it, right? They're kind of bringing it up. It was just old. It was all old, like wood, kind of creaky stairs. So this property was overgrown. The property, all the trees, all the foliage, completely just all the way up. And it never used to be like this. The property was super massive. So our first job was to clear all the landscaping out. So we went through with chainsaws, axes. We were coming in, taking out all the brush. So you guys are confusing the fuck out of me with these tossing the coins. But anyways, and it's really fucking my story up here. So we're clearing the brush away, and we're talking massive amounts of yard. Just massive. It's on the water, okay? Just massive old mansion, overgrown, vines up the side. We're talking some cool shit, right? And yeah, so we're hacking away, and that's all we're doing all day, just hacking away. And we were at this for months. We finally got done with the outside, and you know, it's just basically leveling it all out and getting all foliage and overgrowth out of there. And periodically we would see the brothers come by with their boat and wave to us, kind of checking in on us, but they would just be like, hey, and then they'd boat off. They would never stop, but they would just kind of be like, meh, and be like, okay, we wave. And, but yeah, we workhorsed that shit. And then it was time they needed help with the inside. So they gave us the basement. And this is when things got interesting. We went into the basement, and our job was to clear it out, clean it, organize it, kind of get rid of the trash, go through the stuff, and like kind of... But it was interesting because we were supposed to like sort the stuff but not go too much into the stuff. It was very interesting. But it didn't matter. So our job was to clear it out and then put up insulation. Fine. So first of all, just to give you, we're finding old pornos, like we're talking original pornos, stacked, like mint condition. We're talking like probably, I don't know how much money worth of old ass stamps. Like, we're talking just stuff. And of course, we're good people, like, you know, stack them, put them where they belong. But you also find other things, like how to become initiated. What are the requirements for, you must believe in the one true God. But that is the only requirement. You can come from all religions. And then, what is this? Okay. And then we finally get to the back room. The back room. Hidden, completely sealed, had an outside box, and then what appeared to be like contraptions. And we didn't know if it was safe because it looked like there was like, I don't know, like some booby traps or some shit. But anyways, we got the go ahead, and we go in. Illuminati posters shows us the hierarchy of how it works, all the lineages down. We're talking documents full of just like money trails, like people who we don't know what we were in, but obviously we were in somebody who was very in it, so to speak. Okay, and yeah, and so we they knew about it, kind of. So we told them what we found, and we told them because we didn't. It felt weird. I'm gonna be honest. We shouldn't have been I felt we were in a place that we probably shouldn't be digging in. Like, even if you were telling us to dig through, maybe you guys should do it. And so we talked to them, and they went ahead and they started clearing out that room. So yeah, that was my brief stint. Now, knowing things that I know now, I would have been a whole hell of a lot more curious, guys. There was so much shit in that room. I can't even comprehend. We're talking documents dating back so fucking long. Just like things that would be just great for conspiracy theory, just for my creative mind. I would just want to know to tell stories, dude. Yeah, I just would have. But I was young, naive. Well, no, I wasn't naive. I knew what it was, and I knew not to fuck with it. And this was before, like, you would just post this on the internet, right? This was before you would take out your phone and go record everything, post it on the internet. I found the Illuminati stronghold. Like, this was before then, okay? You didn't do that. So yeah, there you go. Like, if you did that, your shit would have probably been censored. You would have been fucking disappeared, and nobody would have seen it. Yeah, so there you go. So that was my fun instance. Now, what did you guys say? I stumbled upon the outpost of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Ah. Yeah, I don't know. I actually didn't even look into it, but yeah, there you go. But it was cool. I mean, it was cool. The poster was cool, at least. I got this. I would have liked the snapshot because it did tell me the order and how it all came down and the lineage and all that stuff. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But I'm sure that's probably all public knowledge now. Remake it into one of the maps? I mean, I could, but it was like dusty and old and dingy. And then when you got in that back, it was just like a dark room. Like, it's a dark cube. Like, it's nothing like thematic. Just like, I guess it was. Like, we're talking paperworks lining and stacking the walls, like stacks and stacks of papers and papers.